Wait.
Nice video. So I'm not sure how many people were there yesterday. So one was there. So the task yesterday which I have given, anybody has done? Am I audible? Hello. Okay. Priyabhatra?
Yeah, you are audible, Sandeep. You are audible. Go ahead. People, people are joining maybe. So
Okay.
just, I think few people join maybe because they know like every day there is some technical problem. It starts like 10, 15, something like that. So maybe you can wait. Maybe you can talk to like whoever available. But
Okay.
yesterday, you can talk to them, general kind of things, and you can start, at 15, 10, 15.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Priya Prata, are you there?
Okay, done.
No, no, oh, should be there.
In the host. Yeah, he's there.
I am his host.
Hello, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Priya Prata, can you just be here and help
Okay.
like yesterday, coordinate? Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay, sir.
think you are the host. No, you are speaker. Yeah.
I'm the speaker here.
Yeah. So you are speaker. So you should be there on the stage. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, we can start now. Before we starting anything, those who joined today the first time, they can introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. You can text here, and so that Paresh sir can join. You can come to stage for your introduction. Sir, these attendees yesterday also they had joined.
Who?
These attendees who are joining today,
Hmm.
yesterday also they had joined. I
Okay.
think Chavi, yeah.
Okay, Priyavatra, if anyone has done the yesterday assignment,
Yes, sir.
they can show on this stage via screen sharing or
Sure,
whatever
sir.
the facility you
Sure.
have, or if you have done anything, you can show.
Sure, sir. Shall I proceed, sir?
Yes, please.
I took 7 pictures, sir.
Okay.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes.
This is the first one,
Hmm.
and this is the second one,
Hmm.
and this is the third.
Hmm.
Here is the fourth.
Hmm.
Here is the fifth.
Nice.
This is the sixth,
Hmm.
and this is the last one.
Nice. Can you explain the what was the assignment and how you done this?
The assignment was to click around 10 pictures.
Hmm.
Uh, we'll put a screen, put a screen, and behind the screen we can put any light source like our mobile camera,
Hmm.
mobile light. Okay, and we'll put any object, and on other side of the screen we need to take a picture of the shadow of the object.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How you find once you are doing it or after doing it?
So this is the first time I did the experiment.
Okay.
So it's wonderful, but difficult to find the shadow because my
Right.
setup was not that much good. So I struggle with the to get the actual shadow after
Right.
so many pictures. But here I found actually I did a mistake. I put the ISO 3200.
Okay.
So actually I don't have the tripod. So otherwise I can put ISO minimum, and
Yeah.
I can work in aperture and all these things. Shutter speed, I can work in shutter speed. So
Right.
but here I put the shutter speed around 1 by 100, 120, and
Okay.
ISO 3200. So the picture is little more
Sharp.
it's not that much sharp.
Hmm. That is fine. I told you the sharpness is not much important, particularly in this subject. The main thing is like you need to like have some whatever like abstract ideas you have in mind, and you can just click that, and the
Yes, sir.
some of the pictures comes really nice. Like this one, the reflection and the same time you get the shadow is really nice.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's a reflection, right?
Yes, sir. This
Okay.
This is the behind there is the hand in behind this screen, and
Okay.
the shadow of the and the behind the hand that light source is there. The shadow
Hmm.
is coming on the screen. So I am another side of the screen.
Hmm. Really nice. I think this is the best one out of seven.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Shall I stop screen, sir?
Yeah. Now, anyone else has done this one, so they can show it to you on this stage.
Sunesh has done. Okay, Sunesh, I'm bringing you on stage.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
So I'm sharing my screen. So, so yeah, so I was actually limited with equipment because I took all these pictures in my mobile
Okay, that
with
is fine.
whatever I could find it. This is the first picture of a
Right,
toy car, and again, basically, I just used static objects like the toys to just generate the shadow effect.
right.
This is the second one, and this is a different angle of the second object,
Yeah, it comes really nice.
and another toy.
Right. Which aircraft was that?
That was A10
Okay,
Thunderbolt.
right.
This one you're talking about, right? This is
Yes,
A10
yes,
Thunderbolt, and this was a Harrier.
right. Both comes very nice, especially the second one. If you edit in Photoshop and if you give the some yellow orange tone, then it look like the actual picture.
Yeah,
This one,
I okay. Yeah, this one, and I'll just show this one,
yeah, really nice picture.
and then I just tried experimenting some colors with it, like
Hmm.
place two ping pong ball right in front of the light, and then try to generate that color.
Hmm.
So this is something like,
Right.
and the last, this is nothing major. I just uh, took a candy box that was lying around, and then I just tried to just I thought of just creating some effect of an architecture that has been shadowed.
Yes.
So that's what I just tried to do.
Nice.
So yeah, these are the pictures I just took.
Okay. I think some of like especially the aircraft comes very nice, and I like this building also.
Yeah. So the aircraft, yeah, this
You
one,
did
right?
it from mobile, right?
Yeah, I did it with from mobile
Okay.
because I was just struggling to find the right mode. The night mode was like coming
Because in
out.
mobile, what happened? What the subjects or what object is in the front, it will focus that only. On the back side, it won't focus that proper.
Correct.
So, so if you have like SLR camera or if you do the manual focusing in SLR camera, then you will get like actual exact outline of the this aircraft, and then you might have this texture little bit blurry, and you'll get the aircraft very clear
Yeah.
if you use the camera. But
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
you did it through mobile also. You did very nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be stop sharing now.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, who is next who can show what they have done?
Sir, all the attendees are new now, so we
Okay.
can start our second session, sir.
Okay. So, I'll just go through like very short. I'll take short time. What we did yesterday, I'll just go through that so that those who are like new today and they can also be aware what we did yesterday. So I'll go very quickly to show what we did the yesterday. I'll share my screen. So yesterday we just talk about the basic photography composition rules and some topics like light, composition, framing, and shadows. The shadows, artistic shadows, or the artistic way of clicking the pictures. Yesterday we talked, so I'll just quickly go through this slide so that you will have the idea what we did yesterday. And also, I have already shared this PPT in our WhatsApp group. You can later you can just go through again, or whenever you want to refer, you can refer. So these are the rules we talked about yesterday. This was the like one third rule. You must be aware there are this kind of grid lines comes in the camera also and the mobile also. Whenever you want to do photography, you can switch on this particular grid thing so that you'll get the correct picture. You can have your object model or whatever you want to shoot the subject. You can put it on either right hand side or left hand side. You should always keep 70% sky and 30% the land part. If the land part is important, then you can have 30% sky and 70% the land part. So these are very important rules. If you follow these rules, you can always do good photography through your camera, mobile, or whatever equipment you use. Like I told everyone yesterday that camera is not that much important in the photography. It is important how you are going to shoot it, frame it, and what kind of subject you are clicking and what is like observation you have. Another one is like the balancing element. So in this picture, you can see there are minimum things on it. There is one building and one this poster or stand, maybe direction or maybe name of some institute, something. So there should be always A and B, always A and B in the picture, so that you'll get better picture. This is like leading lines. So this leading line can be like in this picture you can see there is a road going through down and there is a truck, then there is a river. So hello, hello, हाँ 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 बोलो क्या છો તમે હા ત્યાં સાઈવન આગળ આવો ત્યાં સાઈવન મંદિર આવશે એ મંદિરની સામે એક ગલી છે ના જે હોટલ છે ને એ ગલીમાં જવાનું આપણે એસજી હાઈવેથી આવ્યા ને તમે તમે ડાબી બાજુ પોલીસ સ્ટેશન આવ્યા હશે એ પોલીસ સ્ટેશનથી લેફ્ટ લઈ લો હા પછી હા પછી અંદર આવશો ને એક સાઈબાબાનું મંદિર છે એ મંદિરની સામે એક બિલ્ડિંગ છે એ બિલ્ડિંગ એટલે મંદિરની સામે એક ગલી છે મંદિર નાનો છે અને એ બિલ્ડિંગની સામે એક ગલી છે એટલે મંદિરની સામે ગલી છે હે ને તમારે ડાબી બાજુ વળવાનું ત્યાં ડાબી બાજુ વળ્યા પછી ક્યાંય થોડું પાર્ક કરી દો અને ત્યાં નીચે ધોબીની દુકાન હશે એ દુકાનની ઉપર છે હે ને I'm sorry. Okay. So there was a leading lines, and this is like symmetry and pattern. In this picture, you can see the if you cut this building from the center, you will get the mirror image of that is what symmetry is. So you should always keep observing this kind of places while going to any street or maybe building or architecture or anything. This is another very important area is like viewpoint from where you are clicking the picture. So in this picture, it's a different point of view when the picture was clicked from the there is a person sitting on it. On the back side, there was a mountain. On the top of the mountain, this picture is taken. It's a beach. So normally, what we do whenever we go to the beach, we normally click picture from the left side or right side or maybe sunset or sunrise. That is the mostly we click. So you should always think the place as an like bird eye view or 360 view. Then you will get the proper image. Another one is the background. What kind of background you want for your picture? So you should always keep move yourself when the object is there. Like in this picture, you see this performer is performing on the backside as I got exactly Z black background. Normally on stage, you see mostly there is banner and the lights and different colors, and you don't want that in that particular your picture. So I waited this guy to go into the like corner side so that whenever he go to the corner, I couldn't see any the backdrop and all. This is about the depth. Whenever you're clicking the landscape or some particular thing, you should like try to capture each and everything in one picture. Like in this picture, you see this is the Kumbhalgarh wall, fort wall. This is the world's second largest wall after China. It is also seen from the moon also. So in this picture, you see there is a temple and the wall, and the end of the mountain there is a tree, and after that there are some another two three mountains. They all comes very clear. If you are using DSLR camera, you should keep your aperture above 11 or maximum 22 or 32, whatever allows your camera and lenses. So the more aperture is close, you can get more depth. Close means I'll show you how it should be. I hope you can see this is aperture range. 2 point in means your aperture is open, and f21 means your aperture is closed. The more close aperture, the more clarity. So that's why I always shoot mostly f11 to f22. This is the my shooting range whenever I do the product photography, model photography, or maybe outdoor shootings when I want the clear image. If I want the object should be clear and the background should be blurred. Mostly whenever we shoot some person standing on the bridge, and if you want the bridge should be bit hazy, then you can put your aperture 2.8. So this is how aperture works. In the down you can see it's written it's a shallow depth of field. In middle is the depth of field, the greatest depth of field. That means you'll get very sharp image end to end if you put your aperture setting 22, or maybe if you can man if it's not manageable, then you can use f16 and f11. So those who are using DSLR camera, they will know what is it about it. So this is the depth of field. The next thing is framing. How you frame your subject, like this uh, building, the capsule building. If you see, that's a glass building in the London, and nearby there is a old fort. So I frame this capsule building with this old building, and I set up in such a way so that there is a roundness in the old building, and that capsule building is coming out from the that particular shape. So just I want to trying to say that how the London has changed in this development the in years and years. So getting this picture was not easy. I moved myself at least for 2 3 kilometers to set up that both in that particular place, because both building has at least 3 kilometer distance, and I myself was like mostly half a kilometer or kilometer distance. And this was I have taken from the telelens. And after telelens also I crop also this picture. So this is how you frame the things. Whenever you go, do not click lots of pictures. First, you have to go and study the area, observe the area, observe the lighting, and after that, you frame it. Don't click it. Still, whenever if you are not sure about the picture, don't click it. We have got lots of now spare battery, spare memory card. It doesn't mean we have to fill it from the thousands of picture. If you click lots of picture, that means you're not very focused what you actually want to shoot. If you are focused, first you have to observe everything: lighting, composition, framing, balancing, lots of things, parameters. If you are clear, okay, this is the perfect, now I can click, then only you should click. Otherwise, if you click thousands of picture, you won't get any good one good picture also. This is another thing is like cropping. Sometimes we shoot such things for different purpose. Like if I'm shooting some area of the food area or restaurant area, my purpose was to shoot the restaurant area. But after shooting, when I enlarged the picture, I saw some this interesting salt and pepper thing. So I crop them to get that emotion. So sometimes you can crop also, because nowadays you've got more megapixel camera, 20, 100 megapixel, 50 megapixel. In that kind of images now you can always crop the image and still you get the good result. So cropping was very important. Sometimes you get very surprised result. This is the part of experiment. Like yesterday I've given the assignment, that is also one of the experiment kind of assignment. So in this picture, this is a step well in near to Ahmedabad, and this step well has light when the sun goes exactly 90 degree. After 90 degree, only this step will get the this kind of light. Otherwise, the light doesn't come inside the well. It's a 5 story, 7 story underground step well, and there is a well. Two kind of well is there in this step well. And when light comes, yes, I try to work on the slow shutter speed. In this picture, what I did is like it must be like 1/8 or 1/4 shutter speed. I camera was like on my hand like this, and I rotated the lens only. So in slow shutter speed, yeah, and I focused. It was in a manual focus. I focused the wall earlier, and then I clicked and I rotated the lens. There are two ways to do this kind of thing. If you rotate the lens, you'll get this kind of result, or if you rotate the body, you will get the circular kind of this lines of the light. You'll get it. So this is a one kind of experiment. There are many ways to do the experiment in photography. There's no end. You can do with the slow shutter, you can do with the lighting. Sorry, one second. There's something.
હું પેલી સામેની જોઈ લેતો
Okay.
આ લોકેશન મોકલું તે મેં સામે બતાવ્યું.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. मैं दो क्लास चालू करते हैं. So this was the experiment with the photography. So there are many ways to do the experiment. This is the one kind of experiment, and another one is like you must have seen the stargazing workshops and Milky Way. That is also all experiment thing. So this is how people do with the experiment. You need to put your camera on tripod, or if you have a lighter or any laser light, you can draw something, and that will be captured. So exposure can be 1 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, anything which is like you want to do. And especially for the experiment, you should do the your aperture should be closed like on like 22. If you do 22 your aperture, then you'll get the lots of time and use the shutter releaser to lock the shutter. Once you lock the shutter, it's a dark area, so nothing will expose until you put the light. So experiment can be done in anywhere, even in a small room also you can do the experiment. You can try whenever you feel like to. So this is what we did yesterday, and this assignment which this two people are shown, that was the assignment we did yesterday. Today I'll go small introduction with the like portrait photography.
Sir,
Hmm.
we have some questions from audience.
Okay.
Jasmine Apatra. Jasmine,
Okay.
I will bring you on stage. You can ask questions. Jasmine, accept that invitation.
I can't hear anything.
No, he is not. She is not accepted. One more, Chavi, asking what is aperture.
Aperture. Okay. Chavi, do you have a DSLR camera?
I'm inviting stage. Inviting her to stage. Chavi Malwa. Chavi, please accept that invitation.
I'm not getting any request.
I'm getting. So I will do it, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she is on stage.
Okay. Yes, Chavi, please.
Chavi, you are not audible. Chavi, you are not audible. Sir, she is not audible now. Later, I will bring her on stage. You can explain, sir, that aperture.
Okay. So Most of the people, maximum pictures we took is like, mostly we took pictures of ourselves, or maybe some friends, or maybe professionally we do the model shoot and the photography of the people, human. So the portrait was the one of the most very important area, and maximum it shot everywhere. So in these 2 days, I think this is the one of the very important area I wanted to guide you, or maybe have a one PPT on it. So this is it for the photography. This is the picture. Decide what the shoot is for. So normally what we do the picture just for the sake of the photography. Okay, somebody wants the some picture for something, or maybe anyone is like ready and does the makeup for the particular thing. Or maybe if you say in the college, if you have sari day, everybody is wearing sari day. So if you are clicking the pictures, first you should know this is for what. Okay. This is every picture should not be like just taken as a casual. First thing you need to observe the it is for what. You can observe like someone, if somebody find it the sari was the good, so you can take a picture in a such a way so sari should be highlighted. If sari you won't find ki it is not going with the model or friend, then there may be another way to have a look, like she must be wearing a very good earrings, so you can have a another angle to show to, like she could have a very good jewelry wearing, you can shoot in a that way. If you couldn't find it anything, if you find it only that face is good, so you can shoot only face. So this is how it should be. So in this picture you can see I have a shoot with this girl with the Royal Enfield bullet. So you must be knowing that bullet mostly ride by men, but it is not like that. Everyone can ride now, and everybody is riding. So in this particular product range, I use the female model. And in this picture, I have shown only logo and the tank of the logo, and the 90% given space to the model. So the both the purpose is solved here. Model is also has a full importance, and at the same time the bullet is also has an importance. So this is very important. It is shooting for what and how you're going to shoot. There are many ways to shoot. This is the one kind of angle which I liked it, and so you should always look for the what kind of thing you are shooting, and what cloth should be there, what makeup should be there, styling should be there, hairstyling should be there, or the person should be familiar, so that you'll get better expression. So before shooting, you should be familiar with the model of the person. So this is one of the very important area while shooting the model or the portrait or some human.
Sir,
Yeah.
Chavi is on stage. She has some questions, sir. Yeah, Chavi,
Okay.
you can proceed.
Okay.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
So yesterday I was in a typography workshop, so I missed a few lectures,
Okay.
but I was not able to relate when you were talking about aperture. It is
Okay.
f22, and I'm not getting all that. So if
Do you have the DSLR camera?
yes, sir, I do have.
Okay. In DSLR camera, on the top you must be which have camera, Canon or Nikon.
Sir, I don't have any such idea, but I do have DSLR and
Okay.
never operated in such detailing.
Okay, fine. In DSLR camera, there is a modes on the top of the camera. There are the like modes. I'll show you. Like if you see, these are the modes, rotators.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If there it's written A for apple. That means that is the aperture mode. P is for
Okay.
program mode. So
Okay.
90% we shoot the aperture mode, because once you know the aperture, that means you will know the photography in DSLR. Aperture is the key area of working in photography. Why? Because of you can control the light. I'll show you how you can control. Like this is the main thing, main part of the aperture, right? This is how it's inside. There is a cable. Through this cable, it works. So if you see this, it is closed, and if I do like this, it's open.
So
When
you
it's
have to put
closed,
your hand little top or little upwards. Yes, yes,
okay,
yes.
okay, it is open. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
That means it is 1.8. Now it's closed. Can you see it's closing?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's closing actually.
It's closing. It's not very closing, because it's not the 1.8 lens. So this is how it works. So if you're closing, that means you are not allowing light to go inside the camera. So the one slide I have shown you, I'll show it to you again. Like this one. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So this is what aperture works. This is called aperture range. So if the aperture is closed, that means it's f22, and if aperture is open, it's a 2.8. This is the whole range.
And now I
So,
am understanding.
so every camera has a different. Like in
Mm-hmm.
50 lens, you'll get the 32 aperture and
Mm-hmm.
1.8.
Mm-hmm.
This particular lens has 2.5 to 25, 22, and the
Mm-hmm.
one I have shown you, that is like 3.5 to 22, because
Mm-hmm.
it has a zooming thing, like 24 to 105 lens is there. That's why the aperture, they don't have aperture 1.8. It starts from 3.5. In 50 lens, you will get 1.8 to 32. So if you want more depth of field, so your camera should be like above 11. Depth of field
Mm-hmm.
means you want the particular model should be clear, the background should be clear, and the backside of the mountain also will be clear. So more clarity in the distance, if you want, you can keep your setting above 11,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right, sir.
But you need to do some particular practice in this particular understanding the how aperture works. You can just fix it the camera in a one place, and you can fix it the one model or object in the same place, and you can do shooting from 2.8 to 22, and all the pictures download in the computer, and if you see them one by one, you will see how things are changing, how you are getting the depth of field. So
Right, sir.
you do it whenever you get time.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to know?
So how we can edit something in a Photoshop or an Illustrator?
You Photoshop is the best software for the editing any photos, or especially try to shoot images in a raw, so that you can edit. Their editing possibilities are more, and every camera has their own software to edit the raw images. So whenever you
Raw images means?
raw images means when you see the your camera on the back side, you'll see this kind of display.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes, sir.
see,
Yes, sir.
it's written raw there, right?
Okay.
So you can change this to JPG also.
Okay.
So JPG file, mostly a small size file. It must be like 5 to 5 MB or 6 MB. But if you click raw images, it will be like more than 25 MB, 30 MB, the single file.
Okay.
And there are more possibility to edit raw images. Like if your photograph is overexposed means it's more on a whiter side, right? But
Okay.
if your raw images, you can get it down your details also. In JPG, if you are shooting in JPG, you won't get. JPG is like almost like final image. But there are
Okay.
very
Okay.
less chances to edit the JPG images. You need to have raw images to edit it.
Okay.
And in raw images, you can remove the shadows also, and you get more details.
Okay.
If your photograph is underexposed, then also you'll get the correct image.
Okay.
So, anything else you want to know?
Sir, only difference between RAW and JPG is the size of the file.
Not size of the, its editing quality also is the main
Okay.
difference.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
JPG
Understood.
cannot be edited much. You can only have little bit of brighter and lighter and some saturation you can do, but
Mm-hmm.
details you cannot take out from the JPG.
Understood.
And from raw you can export file to many different formats. Like if you make the TIFF file, it will be like more than 150 MB. So if you want to do some blow up more than 200 feet, so you can do that from the raw images, not from the JPG images. In JPG image you will get pixels.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And in RAW images, we'll get.
You get up to 100 feet. Any, even if your small camera 21 megapixel,
Hmm.
you can enlarge up to 200 feet.
Okay.
Mostly the hoardings you must be seeing on highways,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
they edited from the raw images. In the
Okay.
JPG images also you can stretch up to that, but you'll get pixels. If you go close, you'll see the pixels, and sharpness will be not there.
That will pixelate, no?
Yeah, that will pixelate, and sharpness will be not there.
Hmm.
But for the print format, like if you are printing A4 size or A3 size, or if you are making some poster like up to A2 size, you can make it from JPG.
JPG, right, right. The
But
point is that it should not pixelate much.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
but it's not a replacement, and the editing can be done in raw images. If you by chance your picture is not correct, or maybe some problem is there, then you can edit it.
Mm-hmm. Understood. Understood.
Anything else you want to know?
No, sir. Nothing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chavi.
Anyone else has any question?
Yes, sir. Sovan has some questions.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, Sovan. Yeah.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, one.
So I wanted to share an image which I quickly took for the assignment,
Yeah, please show. Yeah,
but
we were waiting.
screen sharing option is disabled for me, Priyavrat, right now.
I think it should not happen. It could do, I think.
Sir, could you please stop your screen
Okay, okay. Yes, if I stop,
so
then
that
only you can
yeah,
see.
so that Sovan can share.
Okay, okay, sorry.
Yeah, Sovan,
Okay.
I think you are getting right.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting.
Okay.
So is my screen visible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just took this one picture.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Yeah, and as I'm looking at it, I am realizing that maybe the light source could have been more upwards, directly behind the head region rather than the neck.
Yes, it could be.
Yeah, and maybe the stripes could have been more straighter. They're just a bit tilted.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was also experimenting, trying to keep the light source just near the eye so that the light source is a bit visible, like a glowing eye or something. But that didn't work out really nicely. The remaining image actually became very dark because of the auto exposure of
Mm-hmm.
the camera once the light source was visible. So I was just trying out these things, and this is the one picture only which I have taken.
Okay. Anything else you've done?
No, sir, I just quickly set it up right now, and this is the one I've taken. I'll take some more and
You take
before.
some more.
Yeah.
The more you do, more you learn actually, because this is the experiment thing. It won't perfectly come out in the one shot. It is like you have to like keep working on it, and then you'll get very good images.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sovan. Sir, we have one question from Subhankar. Can you explain the curve that we use in editing Lightroom?
Sorry.
Can you explain, Subhankar? I'm bringing you on stage. Okay. Subhankar,
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you explain that the what is the role of the curve in the editing, basically in the Lightroom while we edit our photos? The curve is the main basic role. Vital role is plays. According to the curve, the editing appears accordingly. And what is the role of it? The curve. What is its importance?
Editing, photo editing.
Yeah, yeah. In the photo editing, the curve is the most important role. It plays.
Yeah, yeah, curve is an important role, and that's the only first tool normally people use it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, sir.
But the thing is, if you go to the curve tool, there is a option for the on the top of RGB. Have you seen that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Red,
Okay,
green, blue.
red, green, blue. So
Yes.
what before editing, what you should do? First thing, brightness contrast you can do. The first thing, right? And after brightness contrast, you can increase the saturation. After doing that, you can use the curve thing.
Okay.
Do not use curve directly in the first time. Otherwise, what happen? You will lose some detail. If you do the like brightness contrast and the saturation, you'll get you can already improve your image, right? After improving the image, then you can use the curves. But whenever we shoot, I try to do to not to edit, because I shoot in a such a way there is a very less chances for the editing, because editing is, it is almost like post production thing.
Yes.
And it is mostly done in a in a commercial side, like if we do the model shoot or maybe product photography or industrial photography, that time it's required because it is for commercial purpose. Like if you're doing the street photography, do it in a such a way so that edition should be not required. Otherwise, what happened in many photography competitions or maybe magazines and all that, they always keep writing, we need unedited raw images, right?
Yeah.
So why they want unedited raw images? Because of they want the how it was shot actual. Because in editing there are a lot of things they are like doing it, like if there is not sunset, but still through the lighting they can show the sunset part. So that's why they are always ask for the unedited pictures.
But the
So
editing, the sunrise can be sunset.
yeah, yeah, I can edit any picture and look like make sunset
Yes, yes.
through the editing. You can just have a yellow orange glow from the way the sun direction is there. You can have a gradient, and you can multiply that particular layer and do the this lighting effect, the filter. Then it look like a sunset. Day image also look like a sunset. So editing has a amazing thing sometimes. It required whenever we do for the like post production for the commercial purpose. But in photography, like in the field of photography or maybe competitions or the journalism, normally editing is not allowed, and you cannot put the they sometimes they write you can do the little bit of brightness contrast, but you cannot edit so much.
Yeah, yeah.
So try to take
That
pictures.
basic editing is required. The exposure, brightness,
Sorry.
I mean that in the journalism, I think perhaps basic editing is required. Just like as you said, the brightness, contrast,
Yes, yes,
exposure,
yes, yes. Basic you can do, basic you can do, but you cannot beautify too much to the picture. So
changing the color is not allowed.
yeah, not allowed, because if you beautify the picture, then it look like a artificial. Like
Yeah,
if you see
nowadays many of the guys are uploading their photos just like artificial. The styling of
artificial, yes, yes, yes.
the
They
styling of
are,
the hair is like they fix their hair in their head. That
yeah,
is
yeah,
not look like natural.
yes, yes. It should be not done, but lots of people are doing it just to take the social media as a platform, and they want more
To get their
likes.
views.
Yeah, they want more likes. Because of that, they do lot of editing, but ultimately it's a non-realistic image. We
Yeah,
call it, it's a non-realistic image. In many places, if you see many people take selfies or anything, and they edit it too much, so when you meet the person, you find it, oh, this is not the person which I saw on, like, in social media DP.
yeah,
So it is like nowadays so much edited, so reality is going really in a different way.
yeah.
So
In my case, sir, I have editing not so much good. Okay,
hmm, hmm.
but my friends are telling that please make me so much fair that it look good. But he
No, no.
looking like a damn sand, just blackish color. But tell
Hmm.
instead me to make me much fair. That I instead is that if you are black, then you are black. How can you make you white?
Yes, yes, true, very true.
I am only I instruct him that I can change your your background. I can change by exposure brightness, but I
Hmm.
cannot change your color. It will look
Yes,
like unartificial.
yes, 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 very true. But what happened? India is the now targeted market for this. Like if you see, lots of this apps are only used in India, especially for
According to me,
the
Lightroom is the best editing app.
Lightroom is the best thing to make your images better. But
Hmm. But just like the Pixart, they're doing the artificial images.
yes,
You are standing like just like you are in the battlefield,
yes,
fixing
yes,
your
yes.
picture.
Yeah,
And there is many YouTube channel also instructing that how to make your image in the battleground, just like you are fighting with the enemies.
oh my God, this is really amazing nowadays. Like
Yes,
people
sir.
are using.
But there are
It,
also nice photographer who has. I have one recently. My brother has been nominees in the Times of India for photograph.
yeah,
He have, he have,
there are many people like they do, and they're known for the non-editing photography. If you see the page of Vinit Ora, he's a
yeah.
very amazing and known street photographer, and his compositions are amazing. His name is Vinit Ora. So not only this is the not only with the street photographer or maybe that kind of thing. In Bangalore, there is a photographer called Tarun,
Yeah.
Tar and double N, Tarun.
Okay.
So he is one of the like top photographers, commercial photographers, especially in model shoot and all that. So he does photography with the professional cameras and the lighting and the studio lighting, but he never use edited images, and he always write at the bottom of his picture, unedited picture. So it means that without editing, you could get such a good picture. Then why should be edited? Yeah, that is fine. You'll get the like makeup. You can do the makeup. You can do the hairstylist. You can do many other things with this photography thing. You do very good preparation if you are shooting model. If you do very good preparation, you'll get good picture. What camera click? एक मिनट आवाज ओછું કરો ભાઈ આવાજ ઓછું કરો એ તો copy થાય છે તમારું થોડી વાર લાગશે. If you do the good preparation for your photography, like you need, whatever you are going to shoot, make a plan, make a list, do everything, you'll get very good picture. So preparation is very important. So anything else anyone want to ask me?
No, sir. I think you can proceed your presentation, sir.
Okay, so we'll continue with the our portrait thing. Let me share the screen.
Thank you, Shubhankar.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So in portrait photography, we are talking about the lighting, composition, and other things. So location is the one of the very important area in doing photography. So this is the location in Kashmir. It's near the Dal Lake. So we were going through that garden and we were watching that everybody is wearing this hijab. It's called hijab. So if you are in some particular place and if you want that feel of the place without showing any background or anything, you can show. Like in this picture, she is wearing the hijab. We requested one local people to uh, make her chunni as a hijab. So this is the picture. The one lady, she is helping my friend to wear the how to wear the hijab, and after that I click this picture. So there are many ways to take pictures. Somebody is sitting there, somebody is in the garden, or somebody is anywhere. So this I have taken from the. She's like watching me from the behind the tree. So those who are like wearing the hijab, we know the we maybe know, okay, this is the hijab and this is the picture with the Muslim girl wearing the hijab. But those who are wearing the hijab, they will come to know कि this is not the Muslim girl just because of the hijab cloth is different and this cloth is different. So that's how things maybe differentiate those who are like knowing about the things. But for the common people, okay, this is the hijab photo and wearing the sunglasses and like you must be see that they are with bit conservative. But you will come to know this is not the actual hijab and actual picture. So using of the location, local people, local flavor, local food, everything you should observe whenever you go somewhere, and you can get some good pictures. So this the location thing, one should always take advantage of it. This is about the quality of light. So very important, the you need to understand the light coming from which place. Like here you see there is the one window, it's in the Leh Fort, Ladakh, and the light coming from the window, and the whole inside area is dark. So you need to understand how that quality of light is judged by you. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible. You are
Okay.
audible.
I just saw that screen was just gone off. Okay, fine. One second. Copy थी। आपके दे दो, चला मोहन। Yeah, sorry. So this is what we were talking about the quality of light. So whatever you are going to shoot, first you need to plan it. So where you are going to shoot it and what kind of light you want it. So this was the one of the very nice picture. I liked it because of the quality of light getting from the window. This is the another picture in a similar same area. in a different way. So you can always take advantage of the things done around you. Like this is the wall they painted white. So it's a stone wall and they painted white. That means I got the ready-made background in such a place. So it can be a red flat background, it can be a green background, but the contrast is there. You can see she's wearing dark brown jacket and the backside is white painted. So definitely you get some good contrast here and the position. So I instead of standing of the wall, I asked to lay down the wall and get some different view. So this is the very important whenever you're shooting someone. And this time that light was bit like cloudy light. So it is like if you must be aware about the soft box which we normally use for the model shoot in studio. This is like natural soft box generated by God, and I got very soft light on her face, and this is the comes very nice. Now this is another part. Use the light to your advantage. This picture taken in the school. I was in a shoot for the industrial shoot in GSFC. They got their own school. So normally what they want is they just wanted the larger view of the classroom. But this girl was sitting next to the one window, and that on her desk there was a book, notebook, and that sunlight was on that notebook and reflecting on her face. Sorry. So that was I observed, and she was very happy, and she was watching me. In very quickly, I take her portrait, and you could see some this kind of result you can't even get in the studio photography where you can control light and everything. You can do anything in studio whatever you want, but this kind of spontaneous expressions, it is really difficult to get. So you always keep an eye and try to click picture in a very shorter time, and then you'll get this kind of expression and the reflection lights what she's getting on her face. This is the window shots mostly we try to capture in the fashion photography or model photography or portrait photography. So it's a shadows which is like grill shadows coming on his face and the shirt. So this is also very important how you are going to divide certain areas and click the picture. Sorry. Last time I told you to don't click the picture immediately. First you see the place, you see the object, you decide the from where you are going to shoot. And like here you can see that in on his shirt 50% area is in a darker area, still you can see his face is in a lighter area, and because of light on the face you can see the background is dark, and against dark background you can see the face line, jaw line, nose line very nicely. At the same time you get the nice texture of the shirt and the shadows, and it makes the image very interesting. Now again come, this is very important when you're shooting portrait or maybe humans or maybe in a darker area, how your camera setting should be. Like this picture taken from the DSLR camera inside the car. So it is like you, whatever settings you have done, you cannot see because I put my camera in the corner of the another corner of the front dashboard. So you must be aware. Okay, it is a darker area inside the car. It is really difficult to get the light on the face because there are a lot of light outside the car. So natural, you will get very less light inside the car. So before taking the picture, immediately I increased the ISO from 100 to 800 because difference of the light was too much. So in 800 ISO, I took this picture and I get the whole interior and the image of the person driving. So before, if your DSLR camera or any camera, you should go through the all the settings which is camera offers you. And if you don't know, you go through their book. In every camera, they got their book inside about the tools and all. Go through all the tools. Even if it is not there, you can just put it that model name. You get all PDF in on internet about the camera settings. And through camera settings, you can sometimes, which is like not possible, still you'll get the good pictures. This is like communication is the key. This is the studio shot, like for some assignment or somebody want to do their model shoot. Normally, what happen when the model comes to you, or maybe why anyone comes to you and you start doing some model shoot. So if you start shooting, she or he must be not comfortable with you at the first time. So you will not get the pose and the expression or anything. So do not shoot unless or until you just start chatting with the person, make comfortable to them, play some music during the shoot, and you can order some pizza, you can have some chocolates, you can have some uh, juices or water, and you can just start talking to them. What is your name? What you do? How many assignments you done? And what you like, you don't like. Once you comfortable with the model, then you start shooting with them. Then it is like you once you know little bit each other, how you are going to shoot it, explain it, what exactly you want in the shoot. Then you shoot the person, then only you will get some good picture during the model shoot. So communicating with the model and the person you're going to shoot is very important. So this is how you get some good images when doing the portrait or model shoot in the studio. This is another example of the type of light. This is the picture of the kid watching from the one window, and it was like inside the fort. So he was watching me. I was shooting something else. I was not shooting him, but he was observing me from some window, and I was just watching, and I clicked his face very quickly, and he has got very nice eyes and expression and happiness on his face. So the light he was getting on his face was through the like from darker area to lighter area, reflected light on his face. I always try to capture images with the reflected light instead of the direct sunlight. If you use the reflection of the light, mirror light or reflection light, you'll get softness, and that softness express the emotion of the person. So always try to judge what kind of light is there, and very quickly, if you could click, that will be really nice. And the natural, nothing can dominate in natural light. The studio light is nothing in front of the natural light. This is like try it yourself. Means like sometimes what kind of image is required for your assignment or something. Sometimes you give freedom to the model. Okay, I don't know. We have done what really we want to do. Now it's your time. You can do what you want to do. Means what you want to see as yourself. So in this picture, I have given freedom to this lady. Do the expression, the what exactly you want to see as yourself. So this is the expression she has given. So it come. comes really nice. She is not happy. She is not sad. She is in just a neutral situation. She is just watching the camera inside the lens and not thinking anything. So many times you can do this kind of assignment with yourself with the self timer also. You can click some images. What artistic point of view you are looking as an image. So this is the what portrait thing which actually you should continue, and I'll show you some good images just for the reference. This pictures was not taken by me, but I'm like inspired with this kind of pictures. So I'm sharing with you about the like this is the like one boat is going through the these are homes. I'm not sure about the place, but I liked it. That's why I'm very much inspired with this picture. And this is what very minimalism picture. It's one board is like there, the private, and on the window there is a couple there. This is taken by some Indian photographer during it's in the Rajasthan. There's a windy time and dusty area, and they just get together to save themselves. This is another very nice picture. I liked it. There's a light coming through that windows, create the rays and the local daily activities going on. This is the like kids are playing the childhood games, and the action was captured very nicely. This is an old picture of must be in I think UP or somewhere in India. But I like the way photographer captured. They are carrying cycle along with them in the train. This must be in some areas in the I think Afghanistan or somewhere. They're learning some studying in the inside the tent. So the you could see that light coming from the small place, and everyone is sitting and studying. This is another picture of how they captured the mud city, and you could see the depth in. There are a lot of things in this picture. There is a ladder, and they are sitting some top of the some fort or something. On the backside, they got village. There is a road. On the there are people in the village. So very interesting image. This is another direction of the light. You can see big. It's like big signature of the light. This is also taken by someone else during the flood time. There's another very minimalism picture with the mirror image of N and the letter N, and the same time the light is coming amazing, and the lady was standing in front of the light. This is another light and shadow. This one is also very nice. So this kind of should one should do this kind of photography. So whatever you shoot, it should be like it could be go through the any cover page of the magazine. It could be a part of any article. It could be a part of anything. So click your picture so that it could have some purpose on it. It could be published in a that way. If you try to shoot it, you will get the better picture. Try to shoot this. Every picture should be like cover page of any magazine, or it should have some message. It should have some emotion. It should have some composition and balancing element and the subjects. So this is what exactly we do, and try as much as you can do the experiments. Like we did some experiment with the shadows, and our next which before you can share it on our WhatsApp group, whatever you do after this workshop. There's one experiment I have decided we can do is like everyone must be having the shaving foam at home. When you press the shaving foam, there is a foam coming out from the that bottle. So create things from that shaving foam and make something, whatever you feel like. It doesn't mean you need to make some animal. You need to whatever you feel like to. You can make whatever your imagination allows you to do, make out of it, and then after making that, then you can click some pictures. Let's see what's come out, abstract something like that. So there is no any rule for that. You have to come out with this or that. Whatever you feel like to do, you can make out of shaving foam and then click some pictures out of it, and you can share it too in our WhatsApp group. And anything else now you want to ask me? We can start the question answer session, or you want to do the right now the assignment you can do, because it is very quickly you can do, and immediate you can make something.
Okay, sir. We'll do it today and we'll share in WhatsApp also.
Okay, anyone has any questions about photography or maybe related to photography?
Uh,
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
What all things we should keep it in mind while editing a photograph in a Photoshop? Just you have explained that we should use that tool and then RGB. Then there are certain pointers that we should keep it in mind. Please put some light on that.
Editing, you can do a lot of things in editing. There are a lot of tools provided by Photoshop or any many other software. You should do editing till it should not go unrealistic. It should not be unrealistic photo, and it should be not look like it's artificial. Like in many see pictures I seen, the sky become very blue, which is normally it's not there in India. Or sky is not blue and clear. Like if you see the European buildings and European photograph, you see the very clear sky and the beautiful sky. So we always try to do and try to copy their thing, as in they look beautiful. So we also show our things are like that. But you get that kind of images in Shimla, Manali, where the sky is very clear, Uttarakhand and all that. So what I was thinking, you should not edit too much. You can have little bit of things like that. Your picture is underexposed, like it was not dark, still it's come out the dark. So you can add the light in it. Or if you see there is a too much light and your picture is coming overexposed, so you can make it down. Or if you see that your picture doesn't give the color which was already there but it didn't come out in my picture, so you can add the saturation little bit, not too much. Because if you add too much, naturally you will get more contrast and you will lose the detail. If you enlarge the picture, you will come to know you will lose the detail because of the lot of editing. It look wise, it may be a good. Likewise, you may get good likes, number of likes. But the problem is those who are liking your picture, they are not judged. They don't know what is photography. They are just going just because of colors. They like highly saturated picture. They are liking very good bright picture color. That's why they are getting. But actually, it should not be edited too much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
What is the right way to put the watermark on your photo?
Watermark you can put on the right hand side on the bottom, and you put at least like 20% of the opacity is good enough to put the watermark. And you should always put the watermark, because nowadays, because of the social media and everywhere, you put your picture on social media, your good pictures you put, and some people what they do, they just copy your picture and manipulate, and they publish also. And sometimes we don't know unless or until, like if I am sitting in Ahmedabad and somebody might publish my photo in Calcutta, I'll not knowing how it done and how it. But at least if you put the copyright before using that photograph, at least he will think of it. Okay, it is copyrighted images. Either you use it or not use it. It may create a problem, or maybe he will sue me or this that. So one should always keep the copyright. That can be done in the Photoshop. You can make one kind of your own signature, or maybe with the symbol logo, and you can put it on the top of the your right hand corner or left hand corner as a 20-30% opacity. That will be, I think, enough. And if you really want, it is a excellent image. Copyright, if you put the copyright, doesn't mean you are copyrighted the image. Copyrighted image is totally different thing. You need to go to the this copyright office, and you need to submit three pictures, and when you're taken, what you're taken, that all you need to submit, and it will cost you 10 to 12,000 rupees. So actual copywriting is another thing. But still, if he is like somebody is using your picture, after that also you can copyright, because he is not going to copyright. You can, after you know, okay, he is copyrighted, then you can also officially copyright, and you can literally sue him and ask him for the damages. And there is
Okay,
a,
sir.
in our profession, there is a contract system also there. Like if we do the model shoot, so we make the model release order, and there are different kind of phases, like 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, and lifetime. Then different what kind of copyright you want. So model says if you want for lifetime, then charges will be this. If you want my image want to use for 2 years, the charges are like this. If you want to use for 1 year, then charges will be like that. Like, if you must be heard, there are a lot of things are happening always in the Mumbai. So if the Aishwarya Rai picture Omega, they used contract for the 1 year, and after 1 year, if Aishwarya or some known people will saw that image or holding was still on that hoarding, so they can sue them, and again they have to pay her some good amount for the using her picture. So this is how it works.
Okay,
Anything
sir.
else?
Yes, sir. Sohan has some questions. I'm bringing it to study.
Hello, sir.
Yes, so
Yes, so I wanted to ask, how do you comment on stock photography, being a small source of income in a long run, and do you also do stock photography as well?
stock photography is one of very good area for the earning, as in like you can say it is like your provident fund, because you upload any picture in shutterstock.com or anywhere. It will be, they will give you some percentage, and some percentage they will keep it, and they will whenever it will like using somewhere, they send money to your account, not for the 1 year, 2 year, this is for the lifetime. But sometimes you'll get fruits actually after few years, because if you are clicking some picture of very important thing, like if you have a picture of some Durga Visarjan in Hooghly River. So nowadays, if you see, maybe after years, they will not allow the put the statue inside the water because of plaster of Paris if they are making, and it will pollute it. So you will not get after a few years that kind of images. In that time, that this kind of picture will be valuable because whenever they want to show the Visarjan thing, so this image can be very valuable. Or maybe any celebrity or anyone who is like very small nowadays. If some singer is like in a very low stage right now, if you click their pictures and put it on a for a sale, so nowadays it might be not of value, but if that person become a huge name and the fame, so after 10 years that images will be very important, so you will get some good amount after years. So I think if you have a good picture of traveling person, celebrities and all that, you should put it, and you'll get some good reward after years. But immediate, it is not you can get it, but you can study the platform of there. Like every Navratri, people started searching for the Durga. Every Ganesh Chaturthi, people start searching for the Ganesh uh, ideal or Ganesh thing, or maybe in Diwali before everybody is looking for the Diya image, holding hand, the girl holding the Diya, girl doing the puja. So you should prepare that. Okay, the Diwali festival coming. That means my image should be ready before 1 month. So you can put the image before 1 month. So people will start searching for that particular image, and then it will be sale immediately. That can be also done. So our image should be also in a that quality, because there must be already similar images will be there already. So what you are giving different, so you need to think about the designing part of it. What is the requirement, what kind of requirement is there, and according to requirement you can shoot that particular picture and put it on a image bazaar or shutterstock. And the landscape and the places of the and monument can be put anytime actually. So this is how things works in image bazaar and all that.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot. I have
Plus,
a quick follow-up question. You mentioned taking pictures of celebrities or people who might not be famous today. So
yeah.
for including people in stock photographs, I guess we have to take their permission as well. Can you just tell us
No,
how that works?
if you are doing the photography for them, commercial based, then it will be required the permission. But
Okay.
somebody is performing on the stage,
Okay.
you can always take picture and upload it on the site, because that is called event photography. It's not the person's personal photography.
Okay.
Yeah, if you take some picture inside his home, and only him was standing in front of you, and after his permission you are taking that picture, that time you need his permission. Ki your picture I am going to upload. If you have any concern, just let me know. In that time you need the model release order. Even when you upload the picture in Shutterstock or Image Bazaar, they will ask you for the model release also. So without that release order, they will also not upload.
Understood, sir. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Plus, you can make your own website also for the images for the selling purpose. Because sometimes what happened, this image bazaar on this kind of website, they take maximum percentage of it. And if you don't want to give percentage to them, you can have your own website, and you can have your own Insta page and all that. And that particular page you can promote as a stock photography images, and then you can sell it from your website. But the only thing is, then you need to promote them, you need to market them to the particular target audience. You can do the SEO, search engine optimization, for your website, and get sell your from your own website, so you'll get the good amount in that situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood. Yeah. Thanks a lot, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, Amal has some questions.
Yeah. Yes, Amal.
Just a minute. Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so I could not see that mic. Okay. Yeah, sir. My question is like the first question will be: is there any kind of trends in photography similar to art history? Like the photo at your background now, so it's from Vincent van Gogh. So like post-impressionism, something like that. So is there any kind of similar trends in photography also? Like that was my question, sir.
In the photography in the trend wise.
Yes, like something belongs to this particular age, something like that.
No, photography is totally. There is a two part. One is you are doing for yourself, for your hobby, for yourself. Like I do the wildlife photography for myself, not for the commercial. And the second part is commercial. So in commercial, what happen if somebody is coming from the fashion background or fashion thing, and he want to show his actually it's all depend on the what they want. It's a commercial thing what they want. Like if somebody is launching the fashion 60s era and they are going to have clothing session in that 60s era, only that time we create the whole thing like accessories and the background and the car and the scooter. Along with that we shoot that particular thing to relate with that era, and it will be then blow up with the hoarding campaign, advertising campaign, and that kind of thing. But in photography it is not like that we are following some eras or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in camera there is always advanced camera, like everybody want to like depend on the who's following, who's using Canon and who's using Nikon, who use the Sony. That all happen in our industry, but not as an era. I have not seen anything like that.
Yes, okay. So, like my second question, like, can you share some books or documentaries related with
Yeah, I can
photography?
share. I have some good books with. This is for like study purposes. I'll upload it in our WhatsApp group. I have some
Yes,
few books. It's good you remind me. Yeah, I'll upload them.
yes, sir.
With some
Thank
of
you.
the very amazing books I have, so I'll share that.
Yes, sir, I think yeah, it will be most beneficial. So,
Yeah, yeah,
thank
really, some images you can see there, amazing books are there. So I'll share that surely.
yes, sir. Thank you. Yes,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's it from me, sir.
Anyone else? Any questions?
No, sir. Till now, no further questions.
Okay.
Sir, could you please repeat it again? Repeat on the camera maintenance, sir, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yesterday also we talked about it, but today also we'll have this. To maintain your camera is very important. So first thing is every camera bag should have this list of things what you have. Like these are the things normally we have in our camera bag. So your flash, your battery, all the list of things you should have in your bag, and always write one note whatever the things you have, one, two, three, four in the numbers. And before going for the shoot, you can always check before one day. Okay, these are the things you have, this you don't have. That means you have to put it inside the bag. It's like tripod batteries and the full charge batteries, then memory card, extra memory card, shutter releaser, or maybe card reader. Sometimes your card is full and you don't have more cards, so you want to transfer. And sometimes laptop doesn't have the card reader, so you should have like CF card reader and the SD card reader. And the next is, these are the things you should keep, like for the these are the flies and insect. You can put this kind of chemical is coming that in a bag. You can keep it so that the moisture is also will not come, and the insects or anything like that will not come. And you should buy lens cleaning kit. It's a small kit. It starts from 350 to maximum 400 rupees, 500 rupees. So you should buy that small cleaning kit to clean your camera. So this is how you should clean your camera with the brush. Very gently you have to use the brush, and the cloth is also you have to use very gently. Many people have this kind of problem like camera error behind the screen. There is an error in it. That means the lens is not fitted properly, or maybe in the lens there is a carbon. So you see there is an image in it, and in this image you see they are using the rubber, normal rubber, to remove the carbon from it. So sometimes because of the carbon, if you pick your camera from like you're not using from the long time, sometimes it creates the carbon because of the moisture. So you can remove out of that and fix it the lens, and again you get the it will work. It if it is still not working, that means there is some other problem. This is the way you need to clean your camera. And these are the vacuum pump. So always first press the pump and then suck the dust from the inside. Don't put the dust press inside the air, because then dust will go inside and it will may create another problem. So this is the only thing you can maintain. And if you are not using your camera, so during that time what you do is, if you're not using your camera, buy some airtight poly bags, separate the both the lens from the body, and there is a cap for the body also and the lens also. And each and every parts you need to keep it in a airtight poly bag, and then put it in some dry place. That's the best way to keep your things and maintain. Or if you just keep it like this in anywhere, and if you're not using, definitely you will have the moisture and you will get this fungal fungal thing inside. There's fungus is there, and if you want to clean it, then again you need to give it to the showroom, and they will send to proper people and clean your equipments. The more you care about your equipment, it will go for the longer period. If you don't care camera, it is difficult. Another very important area is, you should always have this hood on in your camera. This is a lens hood. It- because this protects your camera, and inside the hood you should always have this UV filter. So lens is inside, but on the top of lens, every camera I put this UV lens. Because of UV lens, what happened? It protects your camera also. And when you're like hanging in your neck, sometimes what happened? You're just walking around and it's like moving. Sometimes some object or any corner of the table touches your lens, it will break. So if your UV filter, so it will like protect your camera. The way we put the this mobile what we put this glass, mobile glass. The same way protected the mobile, the same way camera protected by UV lens. So you can save your lens. Even if bang somewhere, still your lens will be safe. Only UV filter will be break. So always put UV filter on the top of the lens, whatever lenses you have. So this is, I think, what I do. Anything else?
Sir, I have a question. Uh, Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, sir, is it better to always go for new equipment, or can we also purchase used or second-hand equipment like camera or lenses? And
You can purchase the second-hand one, depending on the who is using. And the second thing, you should always look for the how many clicks they have done.
okay.
So, if you have a lesser click, which means used camera might be old. It might be old, 4 5 year old, but depend on the how many times they use it. So you can see how many clicks it is done by the camera. There is a process to see the, if you click the last image, if you see the last image, on the last image, if you go to the properties, and in the property there is a, you can you will come to know till date how many pictures clicked by this camera. So if it used too much, so don't buy it.
Mhm.
Otherwise you can buy it if it is very less used. And before buying, click one picture of the image in a different position, like 24, 105, 85, and like it is like a zoom. Download all the images and see the sharpness. So if the focus is not working, sometimes people doesn't use properly, damage, means bang somewhere, and sometimes focusing just gone in the camera. So first you need to check the focusing, and second is like how many clicks it has done, and how they have maintained the camera. If it is a good condition, you can always use it second-hand camera. In India, we don't have very much good market, but in abroad we have very big and nice market for the second-hand camera.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I asked this question because whenever we see some photography videos on YouTube, they mention buy from this site, that site. But in India, those sites are, I guess, also limited from
Yeah,
where you.
limited. Yeah, very limited, but better to buy from the, I think, known people, like from at least from the same city. So
Mhm.
what happened, if you buy from the same city, you could go and see the personally product, and you can have one trial also. And the trial result also, you can show it to some another expert photographer to judge. Ki, this is what I'm trying to buy it, and he's saying this much amount. Either it is worth it or not. So ask 2 3 people, then only you buy. And
Yes,
don't means just don't just decide yourself. Just show it to some other photographers also.
yes, sir. Understood. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Okay. So anyone else has any question? I will also share my website also, so you will have a look what kind of commercial work I do. So, like you can just have an idea of what is a like profession wise you can do as a photography. So I'll share my website, so you can go just through the website to see my work. At the same time, you can do some photography, whatever we have done till now, and you can do the practice that, and you can always ask me any question after the workshop also. If you have any queries, I will definitely answer them.
Sir, what is the difference in the DSLR camera and the GoPro, just like vlogging camera? What is the difference in between?
GoPro is not a DSLR camera.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, DSLR camera has two parts. One is body, second is lens. So you can change lens according to your what you are shooting. Like you are shooting a diamond, you can change it to macro lens. If you are shooting portrait, you can have a 50 lens. If you are shooting wedding, you can have 70 200. If you are shooting bird photography, you can have like 600 lens. So DSLR has the opportunity to do things according to your requirements. But the GoPro is a single lens camera. Now they have got some two, three lens inside. Like you get, I think three. One is wide, one is normal, and one is tele. So earlier GoPro was having only one lens. So after that you cannot change it. You cannot. But you need to follow their settings, and resolution wise is also totally different. That's a video based also. It is more good for the video GoPro, and DSLR is good for the photography. It does video also, but not that good.
Yeah, everyone recording the for the blogging. Yeah, for the movement capture, the GoPro is the best.
Yeah, it is very good for the blogging and YouTuber and all that.
But according to me, the Sony Alpha is the best for the blogging. Yeah, Sony Alpha camera.
Sony Alpha camera good is for the interviews. Like mostly what they do, na, they shoot themselves, and they are like keep saying something about the story. They make the story. So for the story, it is good. But in GoPro, you don't have a mic quality, which quality you get in Sony. So every camera has a different purposes. So most of the blogger they keep three cameras. One is GoPro, second is Insta 360, and third is Sony. Those who are doing blogging and the YouTuber, they keep all these three cameras.
Yeah, yeah. Many YouTuber blogger like just Mumbai ka Nikhil. He have also the Sony camera like just like expensive but good in quality.
Yeah, it has very good quality. Sony is good for the video recording and the audio recording. Plus,
Wide range also is fine.
sorry.
The wide range of the Sony also is fine.
Yes,
I
it
have
is
seen
good
in
camera.
videos I've seen the wide.
Nowadays, many people making movies from the Sony R7. They
Yes,
are
sir.
making here in Ahmedabad also. I've seen they are making a regional Gujarati movie from this camera.
So one have created a HD clarity song in this only Sony Alpha.
Yes,
AX what A7 what?
yes, A7, right. It has
Yeah.
got 4K quality with the follow focusing and low light sensitivity,
The
image
qualities
stability.
matter in the
Yeah,
camera.
it is good camera for the video. For still photography or street photography, I prefer the Canon is has better quality in the colors of the. They give the very same reality pictures. The Canon why I use is they give me the same real picture instead of.
Yeah, Canon is difficult to handle, but if you handle it, then you can get the good pictures.
Yes. It is a.
I have used I have
Yeah.
used my friend's camera, but it is
Okay.
difficult to handle,
Hmm.
but it gives good quality.
Once you used to, na, then you will be definitely comfortable. It is like that. If you use more and more, then you find it is very simple. But
Yeah,
in one shot, you cannot be comfortable.
yeah. Some of the guys are using the autofocus mode. That is the
Hmm.
not is big deal. The
Yeah.
main
Manual.
issue is that clicking the picture by using of the manual setting and having the good picture. That is the main
Yes.
thing.
Yes. Yes. True.
Autofocus, the child can be clicked.
Yeah. That
If
is
you
not
give
the
it,
photography. That is not photography actually at all.
no. Everyone pretend that you'll give me camera, DSLR camera, I can click like a pro. But
Hmm.
at the vaccine, that is the reality is that they're clicking by using the autofocus, not by the manual setting.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Yes, sir. I'm clicking just like by using the phone basically. Not I have not have any camera. I'm using by phone. I getting the good result. Not so much.
Yeah, it is good. It is very good. Sometimes you get very good. Even nowadays, for street photography, I use my mobile itself, and my mobile pictures are already published in Times of India many times. I got.
Nowadays mobiles are just as similar as DSLR, not equal as similar as DSLR because
You have setting to do the underexposure or exposure.
yeah, yeah,
I have
because
I use
Because
the,
everyone cannot afford the camera, na.
yeah, very true.
That for the mobile photography should be is good photography for nowadays.
Yes, 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 very true. I use the Moto G60 and I got the camera 108 megapixel. So
Yeah.
108 is quite big enough for the photography, which is like my DSLR doesn't also have the 108 megapixel, but in my mobile I have 108 megapixel, and I get very crystal clear image from this my mobile.
Nowadays,
So
the people are also telling that the iPhones are the just similar or just can beat the DSLR photography.
yes, very true. The iPhone hoardings you saw on highway, na, they all shot by themselves, from that same mobile which is shown there.
But the one bad effect is that the if a new version of the camera will come, means if the 13 Pro just now recently come, if the 14 will come, the damage there is the decrease in quality in the 13 Pro.
Yes.
That is the main bad effect. Otherwise, the camera is good.
Yeah, camera
iPhone
is good. It
camera
gives
is good.
very, very pure result like Canon. His result is like Canon. The way you saw it, it will give you the same result. But if you see the Vivo and all that other Chinese phone cameras, they make you beautiful even if you are not beautiful. They are
Just
like,
like Vivo or Oppo.
they will like make you fair and lovely, like you are like born and brought up Gora.
Vivo and Oppo means basically they are only focusing on the camera and selfies, nothing else.
Yeah, what they are focusing is like what the Indian crowd want. Indian crowd want, they want to look good, they want to make themselves, which they are not there. They are not fair. Still, they want to show them as a fair.
Yeah.
So that's why this camera, what they do, they got this portrait mode, this mode, that mode, and in that mode, if you click picture, the picture will come out. But the problem is the reality is you're not like that. That's the main
What
thing. So we are from like India is always like trying to
the
follow.
one thing the Indians should be learn that what is your reality, that's when you should want to show. That what
Yes,
you are not, you are showing that, then when they will after meeting you, they'll think that in the photo you're looking like that, in the reality you're looking like that.
it is simply it's a miscommunication. This is
Yeah.
what you are showing.
Misguiding.
Somebody will create some image about you after seeing the picture. But
Yeah.
once he met you, he will be thought, "Arey, to dhoka ho gaya. It's a problem." Means, so why it should happen? You should show what you are there, what you could be.
Okay, sir.
So now, slowly, it will create another problem in our because of this social media and this filters and all that. And nowadays, what happened? Now people also understand whatever picture he is clicked and uploaded, he must be a 50% of that. That means it's
By zooming
understood
we
that
can, by
it
zooming
is,
a photo we can know that what has been done, what is not.
yeah.
If a one has been edited photo, I can easily recognize what he has done, how much black is increased, how much white saturation has done. I can easily recognize that what is it
Yes,
done.
yes, yes, yes. So that's why the thing is now we will not appreciate because we
Because sir,
know
I have
that.
edited last 2 years. I am
Hmm,
trying to editing.
right.
Okay, that's why I know the what is done, what is not done.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why, no, then you will not get appreciation from the those who are really know the photography. You will not get appreciation from the people. You maybe get appreciation from those who are like common people, those who don't know much about the photography and editing. They will say it very good, very good. But those who know, they will say, "यार ये तो whole 90% editing is done. Nothing is real. It's really unrealistic."
Yeah, the people want the cringe, not the skillfuls.
Right, right. Like if you see the our Indian movies action shots, they are non-realistic. But if you see the Hollywood action shot, you feel they are real because they have done in that way.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is what the difference. It, but we need to concentrate on our thing. What exactly we want to do, and what exactly we want to show to the world, and what exactly we are. We should work on that. Don't think about what others think and what others suggest or whatever it is. I never go with that whole thing. Only I think I'm right means I'm right. That's it.
Okay, sir.
So I think we have done it for today. So anyone has any queries, they can always call me, ask me anything. I'll answer it, and whatever assignment you could able to do it, you can do, and you can share it in the WhatsApp group. We'll keep on this group for the week, and after a week, then we can close this group. By the time you can share your whatever experiment you could able to do it.
Sure, sir. Definitely, sir. Sir, could you please share your website?
Yeah, my website is sandeepdamre.com. Can I write it down here somewhere?
Yes, yes, sir.
In message box I can write? I don't know.
Yeah, in this message box you can write, and in WhatsApp group also.
I cannot write here, I think.
Uh, Go to the chat box, sir.
Okay, okay. Can you see?
Yes, sir. I can see.
Okay.
I will do copy and paste.
Yeah. Okay. This is it, and I'll share some books also in our group. So you can go through that book. They are very nice books. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So it is a great experience. Thank you so much, everyone. It is a great time spending with you all, and I would like to thank you, Odisha Design Week, and Paresh Chaudhary for giving me the chance to have a workshop on this platform, and others, those who are like other speakers, the whole team. It is not done in a one day. That Paresh was did this lot of hard work. It's like more than a year he was planning to do this physically, but because of the COVID, it could not possible. So it converted into online platform. So we all had a good time, and I would like to thank you, the whole team working behind this Odisha Design Week festival, and I'll all the best to everyone, and thank you so much for all those who are participating also, and I hope in 2 days I cannot teach the whole photography thing, but whatever it could be possible, I did my best, and I hope you enjoyed the whole session. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We enjoyed the 2 days whole session, and it's our pleasure to see you, sir. And
Yeah.
thank you, sir. We'll be in touch in WhatsApp group, and we'll share our social media platform in WhatsApp group, so
Yes.
other person can visit and can see that one, and you can share your thought also.
Yeah. Please.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you all for joining the workshop.